Jake, thanks for your time today. I just wanted to ask you a few questions about being an entrepreneur.
Cool, thanks, no worries.
In the beginning, what motivated you to become an entrepreneur?
I actually don't think the motivation was to become an entrepreneur. It was originally taking an idea to market or a concept to market, and the journey more so than the title. I don't think I discovered the title entrepreneur until maybe the second or third business.
Do you believe you were born an entrepreneur or became one over time throughout your experiences?
Okay, so this is a question that most people are probably torn between. I believe it's a combination of both. It's only recently I realised that my first experience in entrepreneurship as such, with the title, was when I was a kid mowing lawns for every neighbour in the street. So I didn't really realise that till a later stage. That's when it really started, or I guess the ability to go out there and make something of my own happen. And I guess the biggest thing really is that there's traits within entrepreneurs that exist in a lot of people. Probably the biggest one is the ability to see success where no one else would, or everyone else would give up, and withhold the belief in the vision. So I guess at the end of the day, a lot of people that are entrepreneurs attain that as well, but don't necessarily become an entrepreneur. So I think it's more around the traits than your personality that you're born with, rather than being born an entrepreneur.
What is a summary of your experiences today?
I guess, to give you a quick idea from the myriad of things I've been involved in over the last sort of 8 years or so, three main things I guess that stand out or of the branding nature are the fragrance, which is Surfume, Sly Underwear, and MX Store, which is the place we're in now, the business that I'm involved in sort of day to day now. Basically, from I guess an experience point of view, it goes anywhere from taking a concept, creating the product, to having to sell it, in the fashion industry, for example, or from a full 180 point of view, being a retailer and multi-channeling the product, such as the motocross gear here, selling online, in store, and as many places as we can. So really, summary of experiences, that's it from a business point of view. Then from that comes all the experience around meeting or dealing with investors and dealing with profile people, networking and building relationships with people that you want to you want to rub shoulders with to get somewhere. Surround yourself with people that are like-minded. It's a big thing. So from Nescafe Big Break to appearing on Dragon's Den and seeking investment, to sorting private investment for equity share and other businesses. I guess it's really hard to summarise it in one statement really. But one of the biggest things that you say I take away from it all is that it's always comes back to the passion and the vision for the business and being able to sell the dream.
Did you source advice or help before starting your first business?
With the first one that I did, I was not a chemist or a maker of perfume or fragrance, designer or anything that related to the product that I sold. I just sort of took it upon myself to learn as much as I could about it, what it was made of and how things were done in that industry. Learned where the key constraints were in the industry, where people were succeeding and failing. A lot of market research, really professional advice as well. So as much as possible, talking to people, networking with people that have been around it or know enough about the industry. Even talking to people that you're trying to sell the product to at the end of the day, or who are going to sell the product for you.
What do you believe are the 5 keys to becoming a successful entrepreneur?
Alright, so in summary, very clearly you have to have a vision to be successful at anything, especially an entrepreneur, because you are the visionary essentially. That's what the definition, I guess, states. So you have to be very clear, very defined, know what you want in the end, and what you want your venture to be, to become. Secondly, you can't give up. If you have a vision and you know that it's feasible, and you know that you're going to make a success of it, there's going to be hurdles, there's going to be things that get in the way and that you learn from. You can't give up because everything's too hard. Everything's too hard for everybody else. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. Have to set goals, milestones, targets, whatever you want to call it. Basically just anything that gives you something to look forward to or something to aim for. And they come in all sorts of different shapes and sizes. Some's financial, some is amount of visitors to a website, some might be the number of staff you employ, or so. At the end of the day, goals are incredibly crucial to an entrepreneur's vision. Yes, probably number 4 would be questions. Asking lots of questions. The best question ever is why. You're sort of discussing it, the who, what, when, where, why, how. Grade 4 questioning of an interview is typically the crux of all problem solving. So to summarise or to finish off on everything, you must be able to learn on the go. You must be always learning, always looking for new things, new ways to do things.
If you had only one piece of advice for someone starting a business, what would it be?
I guess the main misconception with business or starting a venture is that it's easy. It's not easy. It's, like I said before, if it was, everyone would be doing it. It seems to be a bit of a trend that people want to start something and don't really do enough to figure out if it's feasible or if it's actually what's involved. It's very easy to assume. So I guess the main piece of advice would be, if that's all known and understood, then it's really just going to be about not giving up.
Thanks for your time today, Jake. I'm sure everyone watching has learned what it takes to become an entrepreneur.
Cool. Thanks, Brooke. No worries at all.